Well, here's an interesting article about our President Trump. Interesting to me that the man of the people here uh, is screwing over his driver. Listen to this: Trump's longtime personal driver filed a lawsuit against the Trump company on Monday, alleging that Trump owes him more than $200,000 in unpaid overtime. So the driver, 59 years old, who served Trump for 40 years, you know, okay, and he, he did not, Trump did not pay him time and a half when the law says he should. And actually, he started working from, his salary was at $62,000. This is New York City, at 2003, and it rose to $75,000 in 2010. And the raise, listen to this, the raise, the way Trump got his raise, he gave him a $7,000 raise. He said, if he goes on his wife's health insurance policy. So he gave him a raise of $7,000, and Trump saved $17,000 by not paying for his health insurance. So that's what he gave a raise to. So he's a finagler, isn't he? And he still worked for the agency. He said he used to, for Trump, he was a personal driver. Okay. So he's driving all kind of hours and all this kind of stuff. And then his lawyer says the proverbial straw broke the camel's back. And he finally said, enough is enough. He's been fighting for overtime pay for many, many years. And he said, the spokesman for Trump organization said the same, the driver was at all times paid generously and in accordance with the law. Once the facts come out, we expect to be fully vindicated. Okay, he's suing for $350,000, which would cover the overtime wages. Apparently, he could only go back 3 years or 5 years or something like that, and it can't go back to 20 years because of statute of limitations or whatever. So he's suing them, and Trump even hasn't given him a raise in 20 years, and when he give two raises, okay? So he went from $62,000, $75,000 in 20 years, and one of them was a $7,000 raise that saved him the condition of the raise. I'll give you a raise for $7,000 if you go on your wife's health insurance policy. That's a real man of the people, isn't he? But more importantly, if you have trouble like that, if wage and hour, I don't know if you ever tried this, but this is the people who enforce wage and hour is in your state capital. A state office in your state has a wage and hour division. Okay, so they're in charge of you getting paid overtime. So if you don't have to hire a lawyer and hope to get paid, if they drag out in courts suing Trump for 5 years or whatever this is going to take. Then first, you go to wage and hour office in your state capital, Department of Labor. Every state has it. You call them. If you don't know how to find them, call 211. That's where you find a lot of this stuff. Or just call the governor's office. You just pick up your cell phone or whatever kind of phone you have, and you just call the governor's office. Say, hey, I want to speak to the Department of Labor about wages. And they know how to do that. And that's what's neat. When you go to the head of the organization, they get all those crazy calls, and they know what to do with them. So they're a good place to. You want something in the government? You call the White House. Their switchboard operator get all these crazy questions. So it's always. But actually, they do have an answer, and I'll give it to you again some other time. I don't have it right here. So call your state Department of Labor. Ask for who's in charge of wage and hour, and you get that time and a half, or at least understand your rights. Don't just, somebody said this, somebody said that. No, you get it from the horse's mouth. The people that enforce the law, they're for free. You don't have to hire an attorney at $200 an hour to see if you have rights. No, you ask the people who wrote the law, and they work for you. So you have a right to know, and that's how to do it. And I got 37 videos that tell you stuff like this, and little sources of money and whatever at www.free.lesko.com and then /Lesko member. Let's go to Lesko members in small letters. So the www, make sure you put the www, then free, and then .lesko.com and then /Lesko member. And I'm going to have a paying site, and let me know any ideas you have on what you think could be great in a paying site. And not a site that pays you money, a site that pays me money. That's the kind of site I have. Even though I'm showing you where you don't have to pay for things, I got to keep doing this. And so I got to be self-sustaining. And that's one way I think maybe the easiest way to do it. So I'm exploring all kinds of things every day. We all should do that because no one knows what works anymore. You got to keep guessing. And then once in a while you get lucky.